Okay, this is the MGTOW Infinium, and back out here with a impromptu stream. I'm basically just testing my equipment to make sure everything is working right, and I just felt to do a brief live stream to put out some reminders to us all, and even to myself as a MGTOW man for the times that are coming up. Now, basically, my brothers, you all are aware of the Sha'Carri Richardson and the Christian Coleman incident that happened where Sha'Carri Richardson was abusing Christian Coleman. And yeah, I see you out there, Finian. I see you out there, Phoenix. How you doing and everything? But basically, you know that you know about this incident, and you know what is going on. But to briefly reiterate what happened, the main issue that I see with this is how Christian Coleman basically simped out in the face of the abuse that he took from Sha'Carri Richardson. And of course, now everybody has been on all over this this incident. Was it AC has been over that on it and everything. Anton Daniels, a few other content creators. JD Miles has been on it. But nevertheless, my brothers, this is a classic example of why men should not simp. And in particular, we MGTOW men, why we should not simp. And in particular, for we MGTOW men, why we must walk in integrity. Because again, the integrity aspect of our walk along the MGTOW path will prevent this type of simping. And for instance, if you look at the incident which happened, Christian Coleman was, again, he was really, really abused. He was shoved around by Sha'Carri Richardson, and it wasn't a matter of just a mere slap or something like that. He was pushed so hard that he almost, he actually did fall into a wall. He was pushed repeatedly. He was trying to step away from her, and she was coming after him and attacking him, basically. And this was all over, from what I understand, some headsets. So she became very violent, very abusive to him. And it was all caught on tape. It was caught on the, I guess, the airport cameras. And then it was also caught on the, the arrest was caught on the police body cams. But again, the thing about it is that in the face of the abuse, Christian Coleman simped out. And in my opinion, he should have pressed charges on her. He should have, yes, she needs to go to jail, but it was, I need to protect her. I need to, she's just having a moment, that type of thing. He should have pressed charges on her. And even further, when Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested, she threw Christian Coleman under the bus and said that he should be arrested, even in the face of the evidence, the video evidence of her abusing him and violently abusing him. She said that he should be arrested. He should be thrown under the bus, even in the face of what she did wrong. And so, my brothers, what I'm saying in terms of this is basically, again, this is a classic example of why men should not simp out, and why we men must stand up for who we are. We have the right to not be abused by women like Sha'Carri Richardson. And see, if we simp out like Christian Coleman did in that type of situation, it will get worse. It will not get better, because what this is going to do is to embolden women like Sha'Carri Richardson to keep on going, to keep on abusing, to keep on doing these things to men. And the only way that this can be stopped is if women like Sha'Carri Richardson are held to accountability, that they are forced to take accountability for their actions, and they are made to face the consequences of their actions. In my opinion, Sha'Carri Richardson should lose contracts, any types of deals, perks, and everything, because she is not a good representation of the companies that she's representing. She is representing abuse. She's representing entitlement, narcissism. She clearly has a issue in terms of mental health, all these types of things. And to have that type of representation, to endorse that, it only emboldens that. Now, the other thing I would like to discuss with you, my brothers, is basically the overall aspects of this. And if you look at the larger picture, my brothers, it is basically this. You are seeing the beginnings of a great narcissistic collapse among women and within the feminist plantation state. And this collapse is only going to get worse as time goes along, and it will affect every aspect of how we live in this society. Now, for instance, I am seeing this type of narcissistic collapse happen within my family, and I'm seeing the effects of it on myself personally. So what I'm saying to my brothers is that the incident with Sha'Carri Richardson is not an exception. It is the norm, and it's going to get worse as time goes along. It is it's going to get, in my opinion, phenomenally worse. And what I am saying to my brothers is this, is that you have to watch your backs in the times going forward. And you have to be careful about your interactions with women in the times going forward, because this narcissistic collapse is going to get worse. And the other aspect of this is that although Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested, the going notion is that men need to be arrested because the feminist plantation state can make money off of men. So, like, for instance, if Sha'Carri Richardson, if it was Christian Coleman that got arrested, the feminist plantation state would be able to make money off of him. Now, with Sha'Carri Richardson, they cannot make money off of her. And so, again, this leads back to the narcissistic collapse, because the more that women like Sha'Carri Richardson get arrested, that is less money into the pockets of the feminist plantation state. So that is happening. So what I'm saying, my brothers, overall, this narcissistic collapse is going to cause great problems within the feminist plantation state. And that is why you're seeing, all types of wild stuff happening. You're seeing things like the people chasing, the women chasing men around in grocery stores. That has been going on for a long time, but it's getting worse because of what is happening. You're seeing great unemployment. You're seeing all these types of things. I'm seeing homelessness around me, homeless women around me, around town when I go around. And so what I'm saying to my brothers, again, this is why you must be cognizant about your surroundings, who you're interacting with in terms of women, because again, this narcissistic collapse is going to get worse. It is going to, as we go into the fall, in the wintertime, it is going to get far, far worse than you can ever imagine. And you'll see stuff that you would never think would happen. You know, like for instance, I'm seeing stuff within my family with the women that I never thought they would do. And you know, these are the ones that are running around and saying that they're Christians, that I'm doing this, I'm going to church and everything, but yet I'm seeing the types of things that are just incomprehensible. That how can you say that you're a Christian but you're doing this? You're stealing, you're robbing, you're throwing people under the bus and everything. So again, my brothers, what I'm saying to you is that you must take care of yourselves. You must watch out for yourselves. Watch your back. Watch your back in terms of your interactions with women. And even if it's family, my brothers, watch your backs and take care of yourselves. The primary focus that you should have in these times going forward, even with the narcissistic collapse, even with the types of things that are going on that you see around you, that you will see in your families, that you'll see in your workplace, that you'll see with the women chasing you around in the grocery stores. You're going to see these things, but nevertheless, my brothers, take care of you. Put yourself first. Take care of who you need to be instead of all these things. Look at it like this. These women had the chance to do right, and they were given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to do right. But yet they are doing things like Sha'Carri Richardson, abusing and then throwing men under the bus. Again, take care of you. If it means, if in a situation like where you have to press charges, where you have to stand up for yourself, stand up for yourself. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Do what is necessary. Do not look at, we're blood and you shouldn't do that because we're family. That is BS, my brothers. Again, take care of you. Defend yourself if necessary. You know, if you have to get a lawyer and go to court and sue a female family member, that's what needs to be done. And remember that they chose to do these things. It is not you. And so, for instance, again, if they're blaming you, and like Sha'Carri Richardson saying that you need to go to jail because you're a man, you need to be thrown under the bus because you're a man. No, my brothers. It is for women. You need to be held accountable for your actions. And you need to face the consequences of your actions. That's what I'm saying, my brothers. Again, you must take care of yourselves. And you must stand up for who you are as MGTOW men. And that means, my brothers, again, walking in integrity. And integrity means standing up and saying no to this stuff. I will not tolerate this stuff in my life. I will not have you as a woman in my life if you're doing destructive action in my life, which is going to affect me, which is going to put me into jail, which is going to do things that will devastate my life. It is saying no to that. And I have a right to say no. Now, these women are running around crying about how men will not interact with them. That is the consequences of their actions. And that, my brothers, is not your problem. Your responsibility is, again, to take care of you. Make sure that your priorities are straight. Make sure that you are going in the right direction. Make sure that you are freeing yourself from anything that would entangle you and destroy your freedom, my brothers. That's what I'm talking about. So again, my brothers, you know, it is going to get worse. It is going to get worse. It is very sobering to me, you know, in terms of the things that are happening. Again, I'm seeing some things in my family that it's like, wow, you know, but I look at what has happened. I look at what is going on, and it is because of all the things that the feminist plantation state has allowed women to get away with. but now it is in a state where it is unsustainable. They cannot sustain these things. They need men to be simp slaves, and they're losing. And they are mad at, particularly, we MGTOW men, because we will not interact with women because of this stuff. And so, again, my brothers, take care of you. Take care of who you are. And my brothers, again, you have the responsibility to take care of your freedom. You are free men. You are free men, and you deserve to be free. Your birthright is freedom. It is not simp slavery, my brothers. It is not being a simp like Christian Coleman, to be thrown under the bus for a wicked woman like Sha'Carri Richardson. It is not that. That is not you, my brothers. You have the ability and the right to be free from this stuff. And you don't have to tolerate the abuse of feminism, of women like Sha'Carri Richardson. None of that stuff, my brothers. That's what it is about. It is your freedom that is at stake. It is who you are as a MGTOW man. And so, again, my brothers, do what is necessary at this time, in this time period, my brothers. Do what is necessary, because again, it is going to get worse. It is not going to get better, in terms of feminism or anything like that. It is going to get worse, my brothers. Now, again, I am working on some stuff in terms of content, and that is coming up. Unfortunately, I'm going through some issues with my family and stuff like that, which came up suddenly, but I am going to keep pressing on. And that's another thing, and it's a reminder, a reminder to myself to keep pressing on, keep stepping along the MGTOW pathway, no matter what, my brothers, because again, our freedom is important to us all. And who we are as MGTOW men, that is important. And see, my brothers, again, there is every effort to strip us of our freedom, to strip us of who we are as men, and to return us to slavery. And so, again, don't be surprised if you see even the government coming out and saying that, for instance, the MGTOW philosophy is terrorist in nature, which that has already been done, but just directly, like on a newscast or something like that, directly quoting that the MGTOW philosophy is terrorist in nature, that type of thing. Don't be surprised, my brothers, because that is coming. But again, don't be afraid. Don't look at your future as fearful, but look at it in the standpoint of you are standing up for who you are as a MGTOW man. You are free men. So again, my brothers, you must take care of yourselves. Put yourselves first health-wise. Put yourselves first financially. Put yourselves first any type of way, spiritually, any way possible, my brothers. Take care of you and put yourselves first, my brothers. Now, again, I'm working on some content. I'm going to be doing some stuff. You might see a little bit of lag because of what is going on. And I would appreciate your prayers and just keep me in your thoughts if necessary. But my brothers, again, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you got to do, and take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves, my brothers. And with that being said, I'm just going to jump on off of here. And you will see me in and out in terms of doing things. But again, my brothers, keep doing what you need to do. Keep going, my brothers. Keep stepping along the MGTOW path. There is no other path that can give you what the MGTOW philosophy gives you, and that is your freedom, my brothers. Just look at that. I was making some toast this morning for breakfast, and I kind of overdid the toast and everything, but I thought about it. Today I had burnt toast, but I had that burnt toast in freedom and peace. Even though it was a bad thing, I had that toast in freedom and peace. Total peace. Total peace. And that's what it's about. Our freedom, our peace, who we are, our sanctity. That's what it is about, my brothers. I'd rather have a burnt toast. It's not funny, but I'd rather have a piece of burnt toast in peace rather than to be with a woman and have the type of torment and vexation and just every minute. You don't know what she's going to do. You don't know if she's going to call the enforcers of the Feminist Plantation State on you because you didn't do something right. You didn't do something stupid that she thought you need to do. All these types of things. I don't have that. And so again, that type of freedom and peace where I can even with a burnt piece of toast, I'd rather have that than turmoil. Like Sha'Carri Richardson and Christian Coleman. I'd rather have that. And the other thing too, you have to notice with Sha'Carri Richardson and Christian Coleman, nobody stepped in to help him. It was obvious that she was being abusive to him. She was being violent to him. You notice that nobody stepped in. It was like normal. And that, my brothers, is wrong as well. So again, my brothers, take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do, my brothers. And my brothers, I again, we are brothers and we need each other and we need who we are, the community who we are. And we are Mikta men and we are free men. And that being said, my brothers, I'm going to jump on off of here and I will be talking to you either through a live stream or a bit of content or a post or something like that. But my brothers, again, I'm going to keep on stepping, and I would encourage you to keep on stepping along the Mikta road. And that being said, my brothers, I'm going to jump on off of here because I got to take care of a little bit of business. But again, my brothers, take care of yourselves. And as always, my brothers, stay safe and stay strong.